new to my channel, I use a ketogenic journey to lose a crap ton of weight. I'm trying to get back to my lowest at 158. This month's challenge is being put on by Olivia NC channel. The link's below in the video. We are doing glucose, ketone testing, and fasting. I'm also tracking everything else just to see, because they added fat back into their diet. They did high protein keto, like me. We also all got the C word in January. I also got it twice more. And my weight's just gone up and down and up and down. Like, it's been insane. Got the 213 in March. So this month is trying anything to get it back off. So that being said, let me go ahead and show you my day, because there are things I forgot at the store yesterday that I have to go back and get. Okay. It is August 6th. 1:35. I just now woke up. Done my weigh-in. Made my coffee. It's sitting over there waiting for me. Of course, I used first blood. I forgot to wipe. I know everyone says you need to wipe it, but we're 85. It's fine. And today I am bleeding with no problem. I don't know why. Ketones are so slow. Oh, 0.9. I'm sure that's ketosis. No matter what, people might be yelling, because every time it says 0.6 or 0.4, people are saying that's not ketosis. It's all about your blood sugar. 0.4 would be ketosis if your blood sugar is in the 70s. You'll be low ketosis. It's all about blood sugar, people. It's a ratio. That's all it is. Just a ratio. And you know what? Never get mad at it. If you ain't eating carbs of any kind, if you're 10 total carbs or 20 total carbs or less, I don't care what this little stupid device says, especially since it can be 15 points off, you're still in ketosis. Okay, I am just breaking my fast now with a collagen coffee at 2 p.m., which means I have had a 20-hour fast. 20-hour fast. Last night's dinner filled me up so much that I didn't get hungry until around 4 a.m. And probably because Dino wouldn't stop talking about he was going to go fry himself up some cheese. And he did. But did I eat? No, because I am adding some fasting in. Also, if you're new to my channel, I can't eat a lot. No, I've never had weight loss surgery. Everyone's always asked me that. But even when I was like 434 pounds, 360, whatever weight I was, I never could put volume in my stomach. I've always had an issue since I was a baby, not going to the bathroom that much in a week or a month, literally. Like, I had tons of tests ran as a child and everything, and an early adult. All they could think is my body just don't move things out as fast as others. It's a condition, I forgot what it's called, but I was never actually diagnosed because nobody could ever agree, because some foods will go through with no problem, like fatty and protein foods. I'll go to the bathroom every day if I just do carnivore, literally. I seem to have no problem since I've switched to carnivore. And sometimes other foods will go through normal and then they just won't, not for months. It's the weirdest crap in the world. It makes me extremely sick. And so my doctors, even when I was big, I was for months at a time only eating 600 calories. Should have lost tons of weight. We discovered I had polycystic ovary syndrome, which means I'm very insulin resistant. Calories in, calories out is bullshit to me. Literally bullshit if I'm eating any kind of carb at all. Any kind of carb at all. At all. Even 20. Even lettuce. Lettuce doesn't go through my body at all. It's also what causes a lot of issues. Cheese will go through with no problem. So, and I know I love salads. That's a problem. So that's why I have to be so strict for the scale to move now. It moved great the first year. When the second year, I could have more carbs, but the longer I've been keto, the less carbs I can have to move weight. Okay, we're talking about moving weight. We're not talking about staying keto and not gaining tons of weight. All right, I've already discovered, at least I believe I've discovered the amount of total carb I can have to not gain weight and stay healthy. Are you okay, little girl? She fell trying to climb. Little girl's a cat, not a, just in case anyone's wondering. So, I've discovered these things, and ever since the C word, I've had to get even stricter. Drives me crazy. But I've learned, if I do 1 meal a day, no snacks at all, other than, but I ran out, that protein pudding, the egg protein pudding that I thought was going to be really gross. In the end, I ended up liking it, even though I could taste it a little eggy. And I'm going to be making another version of it soon, which I'm going to the store to get the egg white liquid today because I forgot it yesterday. I went to make it last night and, oh, you forgot the egg white liquid. So I'm going to have that for if I get hungry. Not at 4 a.m. though. I made myself boundaries and rules. Even if he's eating, which he normally always does around that time, I am not. And then the only reason I fast this long is because, okay, I don't eat until 6. And then I don't get hungry until 4 a.m. Well, I'm going to sleep at 4 a.m., so I'm not eating before I'm going to bed. Then I don't wake up until 1 something. And then, yeah. It's also because there's cats. My sleep is still horrendous. It's broken up everywhere. It's crazy. Well, last night was really bad. I actually fell asleep at 9, thought I was going to stay asleep, woke up at 12:30 and could not fall back asleep until 4 or 5 a.m. So I just watched a lot of TikTok. And Wendy's video on making her spam rottens, I watched that video too. Oh my gosh, y'all, the first year I ate so much spam, the second year I ate so much spam. I would eat spam every single day if the sodium in it did not bother my weight or inflame me. There's something in it that when I eat it, I buy the 25% less sodium, I soak it in water, and it does not matter, my weight goes up every time. And I love spam. Like, fried spam is one of my favorite things in the world. Okay, my favorite foods, even when I was big, my favorite foods, other than brownies, we won't go there. So my actual favorite foods were hot dogs, wings, and did I say hot dogs? I loved hot dogs smeared in nachos. Loved it. Loved hot dogs. So pigs in the blanket, normal hot dogs. Normal hot dogs were my favorite though. Smeared in nacho cheese. And then corn dogs. Like, I ate so much, and burritos. Like, just those stupid cheap, they're not cheap anymore. Montgomery, I'm saying it wrong, I'm not even gonna butcher it. Anyways, this pack of burritos you used to get, they come about this big. Freezer section, they come in all different kinds, and it was $2.50. $2.50. Even 2 years ago it was $2.50 for the whole pack. I went to buy my daughter some yesterday, $9. $9. No, that is the crappiest meat and everything you could ever put inside there. Most of them only have beans. No $9. $9 can kiss my booty, because there's no way the ingredients in that went up from $2.50 to $9 in 2 years. No. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling because I'm going to make this too long and then I can't show you the other stuff today, especially if I make pudding using egg whites today. We're going to need to see. I'm basically kind of just doing it, I guess, like other people, and I didn't realize it. I just thought I came up with some of this idea completely on my own. Well, some of it is, but no, I started Googling and realizing other people had done it similar. Some of y'all use almond milk in keto chow. I cannot use almond milk, and I'm afraid coconut milk would probably have too many carbs. I don't know. I have not looked at any coconut milk. I'm just gonna stick with heavy cream in mine. So I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, so the putting water in here, about a quarter cup or a little less, made it where it wouldn't smoke. Of course, I couldn't really save the bacon grease because it separates it. So you won't be saving your grease really if you use the water, but it keeps it from smoking, which is what I need. I'm going with the wings. I cut the little tips off so I could fit 4. Otherwise, it was only fitting 3 in here. We're going to put some Himalayan salt. Going to put some cherry wood. I wasn't going to originally put cherry wood on it, but I've decided I hate the taste of chicken so much that we need to really make it not just taste like normal chicken. So I am using the Rillman's Real Salt Cherry. You need to get some more in, let me tell you. Some paprika. Some black pepper. Oh, that smells so yummy. That cherry wood is so yummy. Now, where is my spray olive oil? Just gonna come with a little bit on top. It just helps the seasonings not blow away. Now, you can flip and season the other side, but I've put so much on this side, I don't think I need to do that. So now we are sticking it in the air fryer. This thing is just not cooperating. Every time I move it, it almost falls, so I'm trying not to move it too much. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with my normal air fryer chart. So wings get 400 for 12 minutes. So Matt's crisp. Let's see what the air fryer one is. I wonder what Matt's. No, okay, so you can't lower the temperature on Max. So we're gonna go with the air fryer. Go to 400. Move it down to 12 minutes. We'll see if this works. We'll do 14 because I like mine crispy. And hit start. And I'll see y'all in about 13 minutes. Now their book says 22 minutes at 390. So we're just gonna see how it comes out. If I have to cook it longer or not. Their little chart's a little different. Okay, Matt's crisp, 25 minutes. Matt's crisp is literally a higher thing. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It just went off. I'm not sure that's done. Kind of looks a little not done to me. Hold on. Alright. I might have to thermometer this. Yeah, that is not done. I'm not even going to stick a thermometer in it. I'm just going to rotate it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of the cherry wood salt on this side as well since I rotated it. Sticking it back in. We're going to go Matt's crisp this time for about 5, we'll go 4 minutes and then we'll check it again. So I'm noticing that every machine cooks completely different. My original air fryer, I can't even think of the name, the very first one that I ever got. It was, I think it was just called air fryer. Power or air fryer Etzel, I don't know, but it was amazing. My Cuisinart countertop one is really good, but it smokes too much and I can't put it underneath the vents. This one I can put under the vents. It's not going to take up a lot of space. It is pretty. I usually just cook for myself at a time anyways. So this has little directions on the side here. So this one is going to take longer. It's not going to shorten my time too much compared to the other Ninja. Like I own multiple Ninja ones. I own the grill. I own the one that has the pressure cooker. They all seem to cook about the same amount of time. But I wanted, the pressure cooker one just takes up too much space being on the counter all the time. So this one I'm going to be able to move around. I think I'm going to keep it on the stove, and if we need to use the stove, then move it. Because I really don't have counter space, y'all. Okay, I'm going to get my thermometer so we can just make sure it's cooked all the way without having to cut it open. Where did I put my thermometer? There it is. Alright, we'll try this little chicken one. I usually use a digital, but... Oh, a little smoky. Turn that back on for a second. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're more than cooked. We are way more than cooked. Alright. So, it took 12 minutes on normal air fry. Then on max, I did a total of 5 more because I wanted it very crispy. So, do this. Alright, let's figure out what else I'm going to eat. I have a piece of the bread in the toaster, well, in my air fryer. I have toasted up with some Kerrygold butter. Hot. Hot, people, hot. I decided I want it to look a little cute to make me feel like I'm at a restaurant or something, like, because right now I'm being so strict. So we're going to play with it. I went ahead and cut these apart. It makes it easier on me. And I don't know if I can eat this many, and my favorite are the drumsticks. So we're going in with the drumsticks first. So I'm going to give myself 5 to start with. And, wow, it's all the same color. I normally like a variety of color on my plates. It always makes it look prettier, especially in pictures, and just my brain's like, ooh. But it is what it is, and this one I'm going to be eating. Oh, and it is 5:35. Okay, I've made me another electrolyte drinks. I did put a few drops of Dr. Ken Berry's one from Keto Chow electrolytes in there too. I've never tried those before, plus a scoop from the Redmond's Real Salt. But my head is getting worse, and we do have a storm coming, so maybe that's why. It is like 7 something, so I am going to go crawl in bed and try to take a nap because I really don't want to take ibuprofen. But there is no way I could stay awake another minute without it. It is now completely pounding and making me where I want to throw up. If I wake up or I can't fall asleep, then I'm going to have no choice but to take it because, y'all, I can't watch anything. I can't hear noise. My ear is like, this whole side now is engulfed in pain, and it was just a little space right here. So nap first, then if it doesn't work, ibuprofen. You might be sitting, why are you arguing with ibuprofen? Because it stops my weight loss usually for days and days after taking it. That is why. I just realized I didn't do a weigh-in. So let's do a weigh-in real fast. Alright, so yesterday I was 180.4. Today I am 178.8. That was a whoosh, y'all, because I got upset because I had actually gone up the day before. So on the 4th, I went up more than what I started on the 1st. But then I whooshed all the way down. So that's exciting. It is 10:30. I can't deal with full light still. I still have a tiny bit of a headache. I did not take anything for it. I slept for about an hour and a half and then just laid in the dark up until right now. Because I was refusing to take anything. Like I said, wasn't going to do it. The ibuprofen messes me up every time. And I am a little worried about how sick I was a week ago. Worried that there could be still some dehydration. And being dehydrated and taking 800 milligrams of Motrin is always the best thing. I have finally, the last time I went to the doctor like 3 months ago, my kidneys finally showed normal numbers when it has been deemed for years of my life too high of numbers. And they were all completely normal for a change. So I've been trying my best not to take tons of Motrin this year. And not only with my weight loss, but like I said, for my kidneys and everything else. I've been on it since I was 13. It does help with my head shaking. It helps with headaches. It helps with my fibromyalgia, but then it also hurts my stomach, causes severe heartburn, gives me tons of stomach issues, causes my weight to go up. Like, it has just as many bad side effects as it does good. But when my headaches get too bad or pain does get too bad, I will take them. But today I decided we're just going to try a lot of electrolytes and then take a nap. And it worked like 90%, so I have a 10% still there. Which really, there's a storm out there. It has not rained. It is thundered and lightning for hours and with tons of clouds, but no rain has fallen, sadly, because we need the rain desperately. But I feel it in my sinuses. I'm pretty sure it's just a sinus oculus type headache because it's in my eye as well. And it'll probably be gone tomorrow. But I have a lot to do this week, so I'm praying it's gone tomorrow, because if not, I will have to bite the bullet and take the ibuprofen, because I have too much to do this week to have to sleep all day. And I can't function or drive well when I get these kind of headaches. Like, my brain just doesn't think correctly, and the shaking of the head makes it so much worse. Yeah, it's bothering me. Every time I go in the pool, I tried my best not to swim any yesterday because I thought it would affect my head shaking. It always does. And sure enough, even though I didn't really swim much at all, it still affected it. So I'm just having a 10-ounce coffee. I can't really sleep. I'm hungry, but don't want to turn the lights on in case it brings my headache back. So I don't want to cook. So I'm just having some coffee to see if that would be, because I saved macros because I was going to be making the protein pudding. So I had saved macros for that, and I didn't do it. And I'm not going to do it tonight, most likely, because there's no way the headache's going completely away, so I can't deal with the bright lights. So, that being said, since I have all these extra macros and I did not drink a coffee that was also in my macros, that's why I'm doing at least a 10-ounce one. I might air fry me a piece of the toast, though, with some butter on it. That would raise my protein a little more and my fat a little more. I would have to eat a lot of butter, though, to really raise it. But, so those are things I'm thinking about right now. I'm watching Keto Diamond. I am caught up on Wendy, caught up on Princess Ninja and Keto, which I can't really make comments right now because I can't type at all. I feel really bad about her doggy. It's really sad. That's the bad thing. When you don't have a bunch of money and you have pets, yeah, I would be in so much trouble, because there's no way I would not have the money for that kind of stuff. But at the same time, no one else will take them. Shelters wouldn't take them, and I didn't want to give them to a shelter anyways. Even if I wanted to send them, they wouldn't take them because they were too full, and they still are. And I wouldn't do it because I would be too afraid something bad was going to happen to them, and I don't want them to go in cages. So I'm just going to feed them healthy diets and keep them healthy and alive as long as I can inside a house. They should live quite a long time. So it's so cute, because I don't know if they knew I was in pain or what, but 5 of them came and slept on me. And I swear, y'all, vibrations, it is totally true. They really say vibrations heal. And when I am nauseous, all Sharky has to do, which he doesn't like to do anymore, but he used to do it all on his own. Now the kittens do it, but he's so much bigger, it seemed to work more. He would get on my stomach and just purr for like 30 minutes to an hour. My stomach would calm down. I wouldn't throw up. I'd be fine. And they were all on me, like purring and vibrating while they slept for hours with me. I just came in here, so they all got out of bed and came in here. They all followed me in here. Now they're sleeping on the tree over there. So I'm going to just lay basically in the dark once my coffee's done and just watch some TV. I was going to watch in the bedroom, but the bedroom TV is brighter. This TV is on very dark mode. Dino hates it, but it helps me not get migraines. I I tried to use my tablet and it died on me because I was just going to watch on my tablet on extremely dark mode. But this has nothing to do with my diet at all. This has to do with stupid pressure, me forgetting to take my sinus pills probably, and I jinxed myself because I literally was going to make a video this morning how all of a sudden I don't have headaches anymore. Yeah, I think I gave it to myself. I was doing great, but I really did forget my Claritin. I think I forgot for like 3 days in a row. I have severe allergies. Keto made it where I only have to take 1 Claritin a day, but I do have to take it because I'm very allergic to the state I live in, North Carolina. I can't get away with not taking it. You can hear the congestion, and no, it's not the cats. This was before it. And before keto, I had to take 2 to 3 a day. My allergist had to get it approved by the FDA because the FDA says it does nothing for you, but it did. The bigger doses helped. 1 dose didn't, but after losing all the weight, 1 a day works perfectly as long as I keep it in my system. But I moved them because the cats started messing with my medicine area, and I got scared because it would be very deadly to them, even though I barely can open this stupid thing. I just get worried. So I moved them and forgot to take them. Same with my magnesium. I forgot my magnesium for 3 days as well. Which isn't good because I get low magnesium very fast. So yeah, don't worry. I have already taken them for the night. Taken them already. I gotta start a new routine in the new area that they are so I can remember to take them. They used to be on my sink in the bathroom. I take them before crawling into bed. Right now I've got them on the very highest shelf where they cannot get to, where my coffee syrups are. So when I reach for my coffee syrup, I see it's there and I can take it each day. And that way they can't get to it and I won't forget it. So, what is going on, babies? Are you playing chase? Little girl, are you and Freya playing chase? Oh no, Aunt Thumper. No, yeah, you've been fed. Mommy's gotta put those away later. Okay, I looked it up, and I can't afford the expensive cat foods that much. Any with 8 cats now, because my 3 oldest got Fancy Feast. That's all they got. I didn't let them eat cat food. It was kitten food for a whole year, but that's impossible. Cannot afford that with 8 of them now. So we were doing Frisky Kitty or whatever. But even that's going up in price. It went from 60 cents a piece a few months ago to $1.04 a piece now around here for a can. And I go through 4 cans a day with 8 cats. They get hard meow mix and stuff like that. So I went to Aldi's and I Googled it first, and the Aldi cat food got better marks than the Frisky Kitty. So I didn't feel guilty, because I felt guilty at first because it's so much cheaper. It's only 54 cents a can, which is very cheap compared to everything else. Now, Special Kitty from Walmart is probably the cheapest. You get a big can for 74 cents a can, like a huge one. However, that one got horrible reviews. It has grains in it and everything, and these don't. So I think I'm doing the best I can to keep them nice and healthy on healthy stuff that doesn't cost too much. So yeah, I'm going to start looking for coupons and ways for their cat food and kitty litter, because we're going through some kitty litter, people. Like, well, we can't even find it for one, and I can only use certain ones because of my allergies. And I guess we're not going, it's not like we're really going through it, because usually after a certain amount of weeks, you're supposed to throw it away anyways. And that's what I was doing with the 3 older ones. I would end up hurting my back, dumping tons of cat litter to be thrown away because it was in there too long and it was nasty. Now we're actually just using it all and not having to throw any away, so we're not wasting. But it is so hard to find that I feel like we're going through it like candy, but we're not. I can only find like 4 boxes if I'm lucky, once a month, but that's very rare because I can use the Arm & Hammer one. Lavender smell doesn't bother me. That's the one we've been using because it's cheaper than the Fresh Step Hawaiian one because I can use that one. My allergies is to smell, so I can't use Spring or Mountain Fresh or any of these other weird ones. So far those have been the only two that I haven't react. Otherwise, haha, sinus headache 24/7 if it's a smell I can't take. So I'm rambling. I am so rambling. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. I'm probably not going to eat anything. I'm probably just going to drink this coffee. And I think that time of the month's coming because I'm having a lot of cramps tonight too. Like, I was laying in bed cramping really bad. I was like, do I need to go to the bathroom? No, I think it's the other kind of cramps. So yeah, yay. That should be any day now. Okay, it's about 11:30. I am hungry, so I am going to eat tonight. Not really anything that big. I put a half a tablespoon on here already of Kerrygold butter. I'm going to put a little less than a tablespoon. Maybe a half. Oh no, I didn't weigh it. Close enough. I'm so under in everything. It's fine. I have egg whites going. My headache has cleared up after I drank the rest of the coffee. Could have been a caffeine withdrawal issue on top of everything. So I use my air fryer, if you haven't noticed, to do this. I could just put it in there and let it melt, but I actually like eating it in a chunk as well. So I really am in love with my air fryer. I'm going to do like a whole review video one day of it. I'm just learning the numbers I need for each thing, how long stuff takes, and all that good jazz. Got some egg whites baking in the oven for a pudding video coming up this week. Want to do it in a skillet. Oh yeah, I say all that in the video when it comes out, so I won't even bother y'all with all that right now. But tomorrow's video won't be the egg whites, protein thingy or whatever, pudding stuff, because we need more bread. We need more bread. Now, I absolutely love Wendy's recipe and the texture, so I hope I do not screw it up, because in my sleep, I decided my bread needs to be fattier since I'm up in my fats right now. So, my sleep tweaked the recipe. Doesn't mean it's going to turn out good. Doesn't mean it'll be a good texture. But we're going to try what came up in my head when I was sleeping. Now, remember, it's 99% Wendy's recipe. I just expand with the ingredients. I just add more of the ingredients she's already gave us a list of. I will be adding more powdered butter and more egg yolk. But first I gotta do the math, the numbers on it, to make sure it's the macros I want. Alright, it's midnight. I had a boiled egg. It is not settling well at all. I have some cooking in the air fryer. I'm just testing it out because I want some in the fridge. Yeah, I think I need more protein. I don't know. Like, I just don't feel good today. I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like there's something missing. Like, I feel like if I had this thing, I wouldn't feel so sick. And I'm trying to figure out what it is, which I really thought was protein. Which it might be. I might need to add some more protein. I want to up my calories a little. Because doing this high of fat, I am missing out on... I think it's my mind telling me I'm missing out on my protein, because the last couple of days I've had way less protein than I normally do. I'm also on fire. Like, I am sweating, and it's 68 in here. Ever since I got the C word. It started to normalize, and then when I got it again, all these hot flashes and everything came back. So, no, I'm pretty sure it's not perimenopause, but we will find out. But I've been told this does this to people, even guys. It's like all the symptoms of it, but it's actually aftermath effect of the C word. So I'm thinking that's what it is, but we'll find out for sure at the end of the month. So it's about 2 a.m. and my headache has come back way worse than before. It's making me almost throw up and I can't sleep, so I had to take ibuprofen about 5 minutes ago, and when it works, then I can fall asleep. It is literally pounding right here so hard. It's made my blood pressure rise drastically because the pain is so bad. I hate migraines. It is definitely all day long. I thought it was like a sinus headache or something, but the way it is acting right now, it is like a major migraine. It's why I can't take the lights or the noise. So now I just gotta wait for it to kick in. So I'm recording this to remind myself not to be pissed in the morning if my weight goes up or it goes up the next day because of the ibuprofen.